Hey everyone, this is Ann with cnsave.com and I have been waiting ages to make this video. This is my Walt Disney World vacation planning video because I am going to Walt Disney World Monday, September 28th through Friday, October 2nd. And this video, I'm going to be sharing with you all of my plans about that trip. The next video you see will be my packing video, and then I will begin vlogging. You will not see this video that you're watching until I'm actually home. I'm pre-recording this, I'll pre-record the packing, and then when I'm at Disney World, I will be vlogging my vacation. When I get home, I will upload those videos, and it will be every day until they're all up. So as you watch this video now, you're probably looking at a week to 2 weeks of Disney videos every day before I get back to my regularly scheduled programming of eBay and open box and hauls and all that stuff. So if you like Disney videos, buckle up because you're going to get a lot of them. If you don't, I think you should watch anyway because they're quite good, or they will be quite good. But just know that I will eventually go back to my regular stuff. So yeah, here we are. It is now Friday, the 25th. I leave for Disney on Monday, the 28th. I'm flying out of Iowa to Chicago, Chicago to Orlando. I am flying home on Friday, October 2nd. Orlando, Chicago, Chicago to Iowa. So I'm going to tell you my plans, when I planned, how I planned, why. Here we go. And I guess the first place to start is when I say that I'm going to Disney World. It's because I am going by myself. This is a solo trip. My dad and the dogs, well, obviously the dogs, but my dad is staying home. The reason I'm going by myself and not taking my dad is because he's just at a point where traveling is very, very difficult for him. And the last trip we took in May 2014, it was really too much. He refused to use the scooter. He refused to let me get a wheelchair. He only would use his little push roller walker, which he doesn't use at home, but I insisted he use something. And it was like the movie Up with little Mr. Fredrickson. He was just like going, you know, like a little turtle. And he tired out very easily, and it's too much for him. The bonus of him staying home is that he can stay with the dogs. I don't have to board the dogs. Now Max and Lucy are, of course, senior dogs. Now Lucy's 9, Max is 11. Max loves going to the vet. He loves it. Lucy, not so much. But when they were younger, it didn't bother me so much because Max loved to go. As long as Lucy was with him, she was okay. But of course, now they're older and Max has been having seizures. In the last 6 months, he's on new medications. And I just, unless it was an emergency, do not want to board them. Even though there's no place else, I'd rather leave them at the vet because they know how to take care of them. It's just not fair. As long as my dad is happy to stay home, he's like, I've been to Disney World 6 times. I don't need to go again. My dad's happy to stay home. He wants to stay home with the dogs. The dogs definitely want to be home. The 3 of them can stay home, sit in the living room, watch the Cubs, watch football, watch golf, whatever it is, take a million naps a day. They'll be happy and they'll be okay. My brother is here. I made sure he was going to be in town. And I have some friends who are nearby. I have prepared with groceries and taken care of everything that needs to be taken care of. So the only thing my dad's going to have to do while I'm gone is get up, go to the bathroom, take a shower, eat, let the dogs out. That's it. Then he can just relax and I'll be home because I'm only going for 4 nights. 3 full days, which is the shortest trip I've ever taken. But I figure since I'm by myself, I can get a lot done. And I'm staying on a monorail resort, so I'll be able to get around a lot faster. So I booked this trip 10 months ago. Whenever I go to Disney, I like to book as soon as possible so I can lock in the room category and the resort I want. So I booked 10 months ago. I go through AAA. You don't have to be a AAA member to book through them. I've always gone through them. And also with booking early, there's always a chance that a discount code will come up later. So I decided for my solo trip that I wanted to stay at the Grand Floridian, which if you know Disney World, the Grand Floridian is their flagship resort. It's very, very, very expensive. I never could afford it before, but since I was going by myself, and it was going for a shorter time, I could swing it. So the Grand Floridian has a main building, which is the most expensive on property. I mean, there's no way I could stay in the main building. That's where the monorail goes through, the transportation, the restaurants, the gift shops, the lobby, all that's in the main building. Main building's also concierge level. So there's food throughout the day, personalized service, Boo ha ha, fancy, fancy. It's where all the celebrities, rich people stay, main building. Like, I can't stay in the main building. But I could stay in one of the outer buildings. Ironically, a concierge building. Like I said, concierge in the main building is food throughout the day, personalized service, all these little perks and things. The building right next to the main building is a separate building that's also concierge, same benefits as the main building. That building was cheaper than some of the other buildings that were further away from the main building because of the view. Disney prices by view. The outer further buildings, you could maybe see the Magic Kingdom from a distance because the closer building didn't have the theme park view. It's actually cheaper. So I booked a concierge room right next to the main building, so I wouldn't have to go very far to get the transportation, the gift shop, the restaurants, and I'd have all the concierge services. So it's like, great. Then I ended up looking at my Disney Visa card because I have a Disney Visa card from Chase. I use it for everything. I use it for personal, I use it for business. I've also had referrals that I've gotten from it. I've shared referral codes and people have gotten free gift cards that way. When I checked my points, I saw that I had enough money to pay for the entire trip. Like the room, the tickets, the food, souvenirs. I have enough money to pay for it all. So I'm basically going to Disney World for free, which is crazy, crazy. The only thing I've paid for, I paid the $200 deposit out of pocket because I hadn't even looked at my points. I paid my airline ticket out of pocket. I'll talk about that in a minute. I've hired a town service to take me from the airport to the hotel. I'll talk about that in a minute. And then tipping. Everything else is on a Disney Rewards card. Totally covered. So here I am. I'm getting to go to the Grand Floridian, have this, solo vacation, and it's free, which I still can't believe. I still cannot believe. But that's the power of a rewards credit card. When you work the system right, it can really add up. And yeah, in past years, I've had enough to pay for like all the food and whatnot, but to have the entire trip and to be at the Grand Floridian, it's just crazy. So that was booked 10 months ago. Then a couple months ago, my dad got a PIN code in the mail from Disney. A PIN code is a special offer specifically for a person. It's different than a discount that goes out to the regular public. He got a PIN code offering him 30% off at Disney. So I called my travel agent. I'm like, well, my dad got the PIN code. Can I apply it to my room? I didn't think I could. But she's like, well, let me call Disney. And they said, absolutely. She and he are on the same reservation system. They've been here before together. It's basically the same thing. So yes, she can use the 30% off PIN code. However, there are no rooms in the building that she's booked that are available. When Disney releases PIN codes and discounts, they only have them for certain resorts and certain rooms. They book up fast, But there's no room in the building she's in, but there is room in the main building. We can move her to the main building for $75 less than she is paying. My travel agent called me and said, well, you can move to the main building for $75 less than you were going to pay. I'm like, oh yes, please, please, really? Is this a dream? Going to the Grand Floridian for free, staying in the main building for free. Mind blown. Still can't process it. Probably will never be able to process it. So yeah, now I'm in the main building, deluxe room, concierge level, access right there to the monorail, to the transportation, to the restaurants, to the gift shop, concierge service, food all day long. Yeah. So we got that part down. About 8 months ago, I booked my airfare because, again, I like to lock these things in. Iowa is very hard to travel out of because most of the time when you fly out of Iowa, you're having to fly to another hub like Minneapolis or Chicago. It's very hard to get a direct flight anywhere on the coast. The only direct flights to Florida from Iowa are on Allegiant. They fly out of Cedar Rapids. They fly to the Sanford Airport, not Orlando International, which is an hour away. And they fly weird days and weird times. Like the plane doesn't leave till 10 p.m. and it comes back at 6 a.m. So I would have to fly out at 10 p.m., probably arrive in Florida at 2 a.m., have a car service pick me up and take me to the resort. Best case scenario, I'd check into my room by 3:30 a.m. And then on the day I would come home, I'd probably have to leave the resort at 1 a.m. By the time you add in all that stuff and fees, it's just as expensive to fly regular. It is very hard to get out of Iowa on a good day, for less than $500 per person. When you consider taxes, fees, luggage, everything, that's a good day. It's been as high as $800 when I've flown. So I budgeted $800. I had $800 to buy my airfare. So I go on, and it's a good day. It was a good day. The airfare was super low for Iowa. It was like $400 for coach before taxes, fees, and luggage. And it was only $700 for first class. I have $800 for my airfare. First class is $700. I booked first class. I've never flown first class. And granted, the plane that goes from Iowa to Chicago doesn't even have first class because it's such a small plane. It's just coach. It's the plane from Chicago to Florida that has the first class. Yeah, so I'll be flying first class and staying at the Grand Floridian. It's crazy. This is See and Save. See and have a luxury vacation. Still kind of on a budget considering I got a good deal on airfare and I'm using my reward points to vacation for free. So I think it still qualifies. So yeah, have my airfare, have my hotel. And then I decided that, and this is something I thought I would do anyway the next time I went, instead of taking Magical Express, which is Disney's bus service, they pick you up from the airport, they get your luggage, they take you to the hotel. At the end of the trip, they take you back to the airport. After last time's Magical Express experience, where I got sick from a little girl who was sitting in front of me, who was like spewing her germs all over me, I ended up with bronchitis, pneumonia. It took me 3 months to get over being sick last year. I was like, you know what? I'm going to get a car. We had done this once before, hired a car service that picks you up at the airport, takes you to the resort. Magical Express is great. If you're going to use it, I'm not saying don't. There are some negatives. Number one is that it can take a while. You stand in line and you wait for buses to open up. They're going to resorts. Then you can have other stops before you get to your resort. We've had experiences where from the time we landed at the airport, from the time we got to our hotel was an hour and a half, compared to hiring a car service, and it's a half an hour. Now, again, it's free to use Magical Express. If you're traveling with kids and stuff, I think it's a great alternative. You can have them get your luggage. You just get yourselves and the kiddos on the bus, let Disney handle it. But I thought, since I'm going by myself, I'm super paranoid about getting sick again this year. I do not want to sit on that bus forever, especially, I have to fly. It's going to be an 8-hour day of travel between the flight and the layovers. I just want to get to the resort. I will use Magical Express back because when you go back to the airport at the end of your trip, you go down and you check your bags. They take your luggage from there and you get your boarding pass. So when you get back to the airport, you just go straight through security. You don't have to mess with your luggage. You don't do any of that. So I will take it back to the airport. But I thought once I get there, I just want to get to the resort. Yeah. So I am having the car service. Let's see, what else have I planned that I need to tell you about? The Grand Floridian is a monorail resort. It's on the Magic Kingdom loop. So there's the monorail that goes Grand Floridian, Magic Kingdom, Contemporary Resort, Ticket and Transportation Center, Polynesian, back to the Grand Floridian. It loops around all day long. There's also a monorail to Epcot. You take the monorail from Grand Floridian over to the Ticket and Transportation Center, and you transfer there to the monorail that goes over to Epcot. So it's monorail service, Magic Kingdom, Epcot. To get to Animal Kingdom and Hollywood Studios, you have to take a bus, and to get to Downtown Disney, you have to take a bus. Now, since I'm only going to be there for 3 full days, I've decided that I am only going to do Magic Kingdom and Epcot on this trip, as well as Downtown Disney. I'm not going to do Animal Kingdom. I'm not going to do Studios. I rarely go to Studios anyway. I always go to Animal Kingdom, but this time I thought, I'm going to take a break because there's so much that I've still never seen at Magic Kingdom and Epcot. And since I'm going to be by myself and I can go where I want, do what I want, I really want to focus on those 2 parks. They're right on the monorail, super convenient. So, and then a couple nights I will probably go to Downtown Disney. As I mentioned before, getting sick is my worst fear. If you follow my channel long enough, you know that I have a genetic abnormality thing to where I basically don't have an immune system. I don't have an immune system. I get sick very easily. Last year I got sick, bronchitis, pneumonia. It took me 3 months to get over. I'm doing everything I can to hopefully not get sick. Not taking Magical Express to the resort is one way because I'm not on a crowded bus with dirty, sweaty people who've all been on a plane like I have. Flying first class is another part of that. Being in a separate part of the plane, a little more secluded, hopefully not as many germs and you're not as crammed in. I mean, it's still a plane, you're still crammed in a plane, but hopefully kind of being a little separated will help with that. And just being on my own and being able to just kind of take care of myself and not have to be stressed taking care of someone else, which I think if you're a mom, parent, you know how that is when you're running around having to take care of other people. You're the one who kind of gets, beaten down and sick in the end. So I'm hoping that with all of that, I can avoid getting sick. As I will show you in my packing video, I'm taking a lot of stuff with me to hopefully prevent that. Or if I do, I have what I need, because last year when I did get sick, I didn't have anything I needed. I had to buy it at the gift shop. It was crazy expensive. They didn't have everything. Anyway, so hopefully working not to get sick. I don't have any dining reservations. I'll be eating counter service. The reason I love to go this time of year is not only are the Halloween decorations up, but Epcot's Food and Wine Festival is going on, which I love. I don't drink alcohol, so no wine. And I'm a really picky eater, so most of the food I don't like. However, they do have a lot of cheese. They have several locations where they have cheese plates, and I love cheese, and I plan to eat a lot of cheese. My schedule will be Monday arrive, might go to Magic Kingdom a little that night. Tuesday, I'm going to go to Epcot. First stop for food will be the Cronut stand in Canada, followed by all the stands that have cheese. Wednesday, I will be going to the Magic Kingdom. Thursday, I will be going back to Epcot and repeating the entire cheese rotation from Tuesday. Also, staying concierge, there's food all day long. I'm not a big meal eater. I like to have little snacks throughout the day, so it's perfect. I can just eat in the lounge. There's a quick service place at Grand Floridian. I can eat at Epcot. I'm not worried about, having a sit down meal. So let's see. Anything else I have to tell you? 4 nights, 3 full days, flying first class, car from the airport to the hotel, main building, Grand Floridian, car, Magical Express back from the resort to the airport when I go home, and Friday night, I'll be back. So everything at this point, other than my blog, is on vacation. I put my eBay store on vacation on Wednesday, and when I put it on vacation, I hide my listings. I don't want any questions. I don't want anybody buying everything and asking me when it's going to ship out. No, it is on vacation. Leave me alone. When I come back, I'm hoping for the eBay store jiggle effect, where you turn your vacation mode off and your listings get reset in eBay's system as new. It's always worked in the past. I'm hoping it'll work again. I have YouTube videos uploaded for through the weekend before I go, doing this one. My books, I have edited and updated 18 of them. There's only 4 left to do, but 3 of them are Disney. I'll do them when I get home. And yeah, right now, I'm kind of already on vacation, other than my blog, which I'm still working on. But yesterday, after I turned everything off, I did it, Wednesday, and so I woke up Thursday with only my blog to do, and I was so tired yesterday because I haven't had vacation since May 2014. And when you work for yourself, you work every day. I work every day, and I'm not complaining because I love to work. I love what I do. I'm grateful to have my own businesses. I can work from home. I'm so grateful. But at the same time, it's a lot. You never get a day off. I work nights, I work weekends all the time. And to finally get some time off, I just kind of collapsed into exhaustion. I was so tired. But now I'm kind of getting back into okay, we got 3 more days here before I leave. And a couple of state sales I'll hit tomorrow. Not even dealing with anything on eBay. It's going down in the basement. When I come home, I will get back on eBay. I wanted to finish editing my books that I had been working on, and I have. So when I come home, I'm refreshed and I can hit back in eBay, get stuff listed. So yeah, I'm excited. I want to say that as you see these Disney videos and you have questions, please leave them below. I can do a Q&A video when I come back of any questions that are left. And yeah, I guess that's kind of it for my planning. I think I've covered everything. Let me know what you think. Leave me questions or comments below. Thumbs up for Disney World. And look forward to daily Disney videos from here on out until they are all up. The next video you see will be my packing video. And then, like I said, I will start vlogging my actual trip. So I'm excited. Well, by the time, like I said, by the time you guys see this, I'll be home. So anyway, yeah, I'll be excited to read your comments and let me know what you think of all the footage and whatnot. So anyway, enough babbling. This video is already 20 minutes and I haven't even gotten to the packing video yet. That'll be coming up. But yeah, okay guys, that is it for the planning of my Walt Disney World vacation. And I will see you next in my packing video. And my Disney playlist will be linked below because I have all my videos from my last trip. So if you didn't know those existed, or you want to see me from last trip as well, I will be adding these videos to that playlist, and everything Disney is all in one playlist linked below. And my Disney books, I'll link those below as well. Okay, enough babbling. Now we're at 21 minutes. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. Bye.